to our channel. My name is Esther and this is Q-Est Fashion Up. If you're new here, you're welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, you are also welcome back. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make a camisole. It is also called a inner that you can wear inside a see-through gown, skirt and blouse, whatever you want to use it for, it can go for it. So previously I already have a video on the channel where I showed how to make a camisole, but today I'm going to show you another method of making a camisole. So what you're going to need is a doll face material. You can use a shiny face, you can use a doll face, you can use a dotted, whichever fabric you want to use is fine. So you need your bias, your matching thread, and then the fabric you're going to be using. So I have 1.5 yard of doll face here, so that's what I'm going to be using. Now the first thing I'm going to do is to go ahead and draw my starting line, because this fabric is not straight on top here. So I'm going to just go ahead and draw a starting line here like this. Okay, so I have my fabric folded into for 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm cutting both the front and the back panel together. So this is my starting line. So I'm going to start by taking all my measurement from this point. Okay, so from here I'm going to go ahead and mark my half length for this camisole. I'm working with a half length of 15.5, so I'm going to mark 16 because I need half inch to join it at the shoulder. Okay, I'm going to mark 16 here. So for my hip line is 25. Okay, so I'm going to mark 25.5 here, my hip line, and then the entire length I'm working with is 48. I'm using 48, but I need half inch on top and 1.5 inch at the lower part, so I'm going to make it 15 inches, including all my allowances. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and draw a line across like this. To draw a line across. So this is my half length, this is my hip line, and of course this is my length. So once you're done drawing your lines, the next thing is to take our back measurements. The back I'm working with is 14 inches, so half of 14 is 14 divided by 2 is 7. So I'm going to go ahead and mark it like this. Okay, so I'm going to mark 7 here, which is half of 14. So for my neck loose, I'm going to mark 3 inches. I'm still going to modify it later. Okay, so from here I'm going to come down by 1 inch on my shoulder slope, and then I'm going to connect it into the neck line like this. Okay, after that I'm going to take my armhole depth. So my armhole depth, I'm using 8 inches for my armhole depth. So if you don't know how to divide your armhole, divide your boards by 6 and add 1.5 to it. Okay, so this is my armhole depth. I'm going to come to this region also and mark 7 inches, which is the back divided by 2. So I'm going to connect it into a straight line like this. Okay, after that I'm going to now come here and divide whatever I have here into 2. So what I have here is 4 inches left, so half of it is going to be 2 inches. Okay, 2 inches. So I want, on a knot, a camisole is not meant to be wide at the shoulder, so that when you're done, whatever you're wearing inside will not be showing. Okay, will not be coming out, so that the camisole will not be coming out of your clothes. Okay, it will not be showing at the neck line region. So whatever we're going to do now, we're going to make sure that this part is not too big. Okay, this part is not too big. So I want this shoulder part to be 1 inch by the time I'm done aiming. Okay, so but as I'm cutting, I want it to be 1 inch when I'm done aiming, but I'm going to be using 1.5 to cut out. So by the time I'm done aiming, it's going to end up being 1 inch. But if you want this part to be 2 inches or 1.5 when you're done aiming, that means you're going to be cutting it with 2 inches. Okay, when you're done aiming, it's going to end up being 1.5. Okay, I hope that is clear. So for me, I want my own to be 1 inch when I'm done, so I'm going to make it 1.5 now. Okay, so you're going to now divide out your 1.5 into 2. So this is 1.5, divide it into 2. That's going to be 0.75. Sorry. So from here, this line, I'm going to take 0.75 to my left, and then I'm going to take 0.75 to my right. So this is going to be how wide my shoulder is going to be now. Okay, so this is what we're working with as our shoulder. Okay, the neck depth, I'm going to be using 7 inches for both front and back neckline. Okay, so I'm going to mark 7 inches, so you could go as low as 8, 9, depending on how low you want it to be. And it also depends on the type of neckline the main clothes you are wearing this camisole under is. Okay, the type of neckline you're using for the main clothes. So for this one now, I'm using 7 inches. So this is where our shoulder is. So this is now our new neckline. Okay, so what we have here is like so what we have here now is now 4 inches. Okay, so this is it, guys. So I'm going to now mark it here now. Okay, so I'm going to go down by 7 and connect it here like this. Okay, so you could also mark it here 4 inches, first. Okay, you can mark it 4 inches all the way here, 4 by 7, before you now create your neckline. Whatever neckline you want to create is left with you. So for me now, I'm going to do a round neckline. So from here, I'm going to just connect and just create my neckline. I'm just going to create my round neckline like this. So now this is where my shoulder is. So my armhole is not going to be this one again. I'm going to be working with this one as my armhole. So whatever we have here, which is 8, I'm going to divide it into 2. Okay, so half of it is going to be 4. Okay, half of it is going to be 4. Now come here and take my bust measurement. So the bust I'm working with is 37 divided by 4 is 9.25. I'm going to mark it here. Okay, 9.25. So now I'm going to connect from here now to meet with this bust measurement. So guys, just watch me. So place your French curve like this and then just connect it like this all the way. So this is our new armhole now. Okay, this is our armhole and this is our neckline. Okay, so you can do any neckline of your choice. Okay, so once you're done doing this, so this is our shoulder, our neckline, and this is our armhole. Okay, so now I'm going to add 1 inch for my ease allowance. I'm going to add sewing allowance of 1.5 inches. So you can add 1.5 inches or 2 inches, but it is good you have allowance inside in case there's need for any adjustment. Okay, so I'm going to use 1.5 for my allowance. Okay, I'll come to the waist line and divide my waist by 4, which is 7.75. Okay, I'm going to add my ease allowance of 1 inch. You can add 0.5. I'm going to add sewing allowance of 1.5. Okay, coming to my hip, I'm going to divide the hip by 4, which is 10. I'm going to add 1 inch for ease, and then 1 inch for my 1.5 inch. I'm going to add 1 inch for ease, 1.5 inch for sewing allowance. So whatever I have here, which is approximately is almost 13, I'm going to come here and impute it here also. So this is 13 here. So what we're going to do is to connect from here to here, and all the way down. So watch me as I do that. So from here, take it down, and then from here we're going to take it all the way down. Okay, so this is it. So once you're done, we're going to go ahead and cut out our camisole now. So make sure you cut before you choke. So this is what we have. So I'm just going to go ahead now. I'm just going to go ahead now and open it up for you guys to see. So this is it. Okay, so let's move to the sewing of this camisole. Now, what we're going to do now is to go ahead and join our shoulder. We're going to join the shoulder by 1/2 inch. So once I'm done joining the shoulder, we're going to go ahead now and pipe the neckline and the armhole. Okay, so this is how to pipe it. Now you're going to place your bias like this. Okay, right side facing right side. You're going to stitch around this line. There's a line there, so stitch on it around. Then we're going to go ahead and flip it to the inside, to the wrong side, and then touch stitch all the way. We'll do the same to the armhole and the neckline. So at this point, I was done aiming the armhole, the neckline. Can you see how neat the neckline is looking? Guys, I've not ironed it at this point. So the next thing we're going to do is to flip it to the wrong side like this, and then we're going to go ahead and close the side. Okay, remember we used 1.5 hour allowance when we're sewing. Okay, you're just going to mark the allowance that you left when you were cutting 1.5. Okay, so you're going to mark 1.5 all the way, which is the sewing allowance, and then 1.5. So this is what we're going to sew on like this, and then 1.5. Okay, so once we get to the hip line, we're just going to take it all the way down straight. Okay, like this. Okay, so we'll do the same to the second one. Okay, so what we're going to do now is, first of all, before we close the side, we're going to end the lower part by folding half. We're going to fold half, and then we're going to fold one and end the lower part. We'll do the same thing to the back panel. So once you're done aiming, fold half, fold one, and aim it. Do the same thing. When we are closing our side, we're going to stop around 8 to 9 inches. Okay, so let's say this is our 1.5 inches for our hemming allowance. Okay, so when we are sewing, we are going to stop around, let's say 8 inches. Okay, so we'll sew all the way and stop around here. Okay, the same thing for this side. We'll hem the lower part and close the side. So at this point I was done hemming the lower part and closing the sides of the camisole. Can you see? I also went ahead to overlock the inside to give me a clean finishing, but if you don't have overlocking machine, you can skip this part. So the next we are going to do is to the slit that we left, we are going to hem the side of the slit. Okay, you're going to fold it this way and then you're going to top stitch on top like this. When you get to that point, you turn your machine, your needle, and then you stitch all the way down. We're going to do the same thing to the second part. Fold it this way, top stitch on ease. When you get to the end like this, turn your needle and then move to the other side. So if you find this video helpful, if you find this tutorial helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, drop a beautiful comment. Please give this video a huge thumbs up so that YouTube can recommend this video to a larger audience that needs it. Please don't forget to show some love by dropping a comment. Okay, my name is Esther. Don't stop learning, keep learning. See you in the next one. Bye.